Hi everyone. One of the most important things we do as product advisors is to showcase a vehicle to a client prior to their test drive. And we're going to go through a few points just so you can see what I do. Remember that curb appeal when you walked up to your first house? That's the same feeling you should get when you first set eyes in this 2022 Volvo XC60 Inscription B6 in a very sophisticated gray metallic called Platinum Gray, new for 2022. I think these wheels are second to none in the industry, sporting 20-inch 5 Y-spoke graphite diamond cut wheels for those big craters that we call potholes here in Winnipeg. Of course, we have the signature Thor hammer headlights and LED headlights, and that also familiar Volvo grille on the front of this Inscription. Added to all of our vehicles now is the DIFA plug, which makes it very simple to plug in your vehicle in the winter time. The Inscription also boasts the body colored mirrors, and on most of our vehicles we do have your roof rails on. Those people are adventurous and want to put their, what do they call that? The Thule on the top of their vehicle. And on the back of the vehicle, of course, again, another signature of Volvo is the big tail lights. Great for safety and great for prominence, for showing off the Volvo brand. As we look at the back with the tailgate open, something that we'll really notice there is that there's no exhaust tips. Also new for 2022. Lots of room in the back, very easy to open up and get at your spare tire for those times that we do need them with all these potholes as mentioned previously. And of course we have our cargo mat that is reversible front and back. And don't forget the tonneau cover. Yes, some people do leave them on, very easy to operate, but also we find many of them where people just leave them in their garage. There are many ways to close the tailgate. One of them is by pressing the button here and having the tailgate close. The other is by a kick action. You just kick with your foot and it will open and close the back, great for when carrying groceries. And the other way is a button that is right in the front of the vehicle, right here. And if you press and hold that for 2 seconds, you will also open up the tailgate. Before someone goes on a test drive, it's always nice to go over a couple of really nice features that stand out in the vehicle. And in this case, we notice the black leather steering wheel. We notice the black Napa leather perforated seats, which offer both heated and cooled. And with a little touch of a button here on this nub, we can activate our center console, which enables us to do massage seats on the backrest. So a couple of really cool features. The other nice thing to point out is the trim with the driftwood trim throughout the vehicle. Also very prominent and worthy of pointing out every time is the Bowers & Wilkins sound system. And the most prominent part of it is obviously the center channel, which distributes sound so great and top of line in the automobile industry. So very nice, 15 speakers of Bowers & Wilkins, and get people to try their music in there because it is quite incredible. The other nice feature, especially on that you can only show on an Inscription, is that Aura 4 crystal gear shift, and I haven't had anybody that hasn't noticed it. So point it out in case they don't. Whether it's the driving statistics, tough word there, that you want to point out to someone before they go on their drive, the page change so they can see the maps that come up on their drive. We can get it focused there a little bit. Sun's really playing games with us here. There's a couple of real key things that when you're going, before they go on their test drive that you want them to look for. And one of them is that maps right in front of them. It is so convenient. The other is the adaptive cruise control. Adaptive cruise is very simple. You simply press the middle button. It'll stop it. It'll set your cruise at the speed you're going, and then the plus will add 5 kilometers for every time you hit it. And to explain to them, when a vehicle in front of you is only going, let's say 80, and you're doing a $120, no problem. Your car will automatically slow down to that 80, and as soon as you pass them, your car will go back to that 120 without touching anything else. So very nice feature, and if they do use it, they'll come back and they'll tell you every single time. Because it's new for 22, I think it's also important every time that we mention the Google system that's built into the vehicle. And one very simple way to use it is to say, hey Google, tell me a joke.
What's a pig's favorite karate move? A pork chop.
It'll always set the mood. Set them off on their test drive and have a very good drive. That's the long and short of the 2022 XC60 inscription. Every time you show one to a customer, get that showcase feeling. Step outside the car, let them have a look at it from this angle. They'll get a feeling of ownership, and that is what we want.